Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs. And today we are going to make a ghost poncho. And I've decided that I was going to make this poncho and put a ghost face on it for Halloween. We're also, this month, going to make a jack-o'-lantern poncho. But today is the ghost one. So we are going to chain 80. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my 80 chains done, and then I will be back to show you what to do next. Alright, so I have 80 chains. 81 actually. We need to chain one, and then in the second chain from the hook we're going to single crochet. And this is the neck that we're working on. So we're just going to single crochet all the way to the end, and I will meet you at the end of this. Alright, so I'm already at the end. You should have 80 single crochets all across. Alright, so we're going to chain one and turn. And the first single crochet, we're just going to single crochet. Alright, but starting in the second crochet, we're going to go front post only, go around and do a single crochet. So go around the front post, but the first single crochet and the last single crochet, it's just a regular single crochet. So we're just going to do front post only, and you're just going to do that all the way across, and again you should have 80 single crochets at the end of this. So I will well, actually we're going to do this for another I think it's 5 rows. Yeah, we do this for 5 rows. So you'll chain one and turn, and you'll do the same thing. We're just going to do front post only. It kind of makes a little design, and it also makes it stretchy. So because we're working on the neck, and you kind of want it to be stretchy, so it'll go over your head. But you don't want it to be, too close to your neck. So if 80 isn't enough for you, you'll have to figure out where yours is. You'll just have to play around with it and figure out, because everybody has different size necks, but this works for me. So anyway, you just have to play around with it and see how many chains you are going to need for your neck. All right, so I'm going to do this row and 3 more rows, and then we'll be back for the next thing. All right, so I have 5 rows of this done, and the reason why we did this is because it made it stretchy. So that's the reason why. See how it stretches, and you want your neck to be stretchy, so it'll go over your head real good. All right, so what we're going to do is you're going to figure out what side you want your front, and I like this side as my front right here because it looks more even. and this is the back. So we're going to put we're going to put these two together with the front side inside, not on the outside. We want to look at the back side. Okay. All right, so we're going to put these together, and we are going to slip stitch them, the ends, together. So we'll slip stitch it, go down. I think it's about 5 stitches because it should be about 5 rows. All right, and then we're going to chain 1 and turn it, and we're going to do it again just to give it some extra support. We're slip stitching. All right, so then that is your inside. So then when you turn it, that is going to be on the inside. All right. Now we have to get this ready for, because this is going to be increasing, but you want this to be in the back. Okay, so this is going to be a seam that'll be in the back. And we need stitch markers. You need about 4 stitch markers. Do I not have any? And I may have to go find some stitch markers. All right. I will be back after I find my stitch markers. All right, I found some stitch markers. That's these little things. You see. All right. I want this to be in the middle of my back, okay? But first of all, you have to do some math, okay? So yes, there's even math in crochet. There's a lot of counting, all kind of math going on in crochet. So we have 80 stitches, right? And what we need to do is take those 80 stitches and divide them by 4, because I need it to be quarters, right? So, but I want this in the back, like in the middle, in the back of my neck, okay? So, to do that, that is 20. The answer is 20. And then you want to divide that in half to make sure that this. So we want to go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to put a stitch marker in the 11th one. Okay, now you want to go the other way, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this time we're putting a stitch marker in the 10th one. So like every 20 you should have a stitch marker. All right, so now let's go with this way, and now we're going to let's make sure this comes out right. So now we want to put stitch marker in the 20th one from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, and then we're going to count 20 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And these stitch markers are marking our corners That's the reason why we're putting these in, because I need to know. Let's see. Let's make sure this comes out right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yep, perfect. All right, you see we've got the 4 corners marked. And I have this that's going to be in the back of my neck when I put it on. So that's how you know the front and back. All right. Now we need to get, that's a 6. All right. So there we go. So we're going to start with a base. Okay, we're going to chain 1 and we're going to put a single crochet until we get to the stitch marker, the first stitch marker. All right, and when we get to the first stitch marker here, we're going to put 3 single crochets in there. And put that stitch marker in the middle of the 3 because that is your new corner. So we just created a corner by putting 3 stitches in one stitch. And we're just going to single crochet across until we get to the next corner, and you will put 3 stitches in that corner. So right here, that's what these stitch markers are here for. We're going to put 3 stitches in this corner, and then put that stitch marker in the middle stitch of the 3. All right, we're going to go all the way around it like that, and then we will be back for the next row. All right, so next step. We are going to do the herringbone half double crochet herringbone stitch. So we're just going to chain 1 here. We're going to, this is the herringbone stitch. So we're going to wrap our hook, go in, and come out. Now we have 3 loops. We're going through the first loop. Okay. Then we're going to go through both loops. So let's do that again. We wrap our hook, go in the stitch, come out, make sure you go through the next loop, the first loop on your hook. Then you go through 2. So here we go. We're putting a half double crochet herringbone in each stitch. Those stitches slant, as you can see. They're slanting over this way. It kind of makes a difference. I really like it. Okay, so now we're at this corner, and this is what we're going to do. I'm going to take that out, and we're going to put 2 herringbone half double crochets in there. Half double crochet herringbones, I think it's called. We're going to chain 1 after you put 2 in. Then we're going to do 2 more. in that same stitch. So I'm actually creating a corner. But I don't want too big of a hole in the corner, and that's the reason why I'm only doing a chain one, not a chain two. Where's my chain? There it is. All right. So it's better if you probably have the stitch markers in there to still do your corners, because um, sometimes those are hard to see. So you're going to go all the way around it just like that using that herringbone, and we're going to do, let's do 4 rounds of it. So we're going to do 4 rounds of it, and then we'll be back and I'll show you what to do next. All right, now I'm back. I'm doing the second round of the herringbone, and when you get to that stitch marker, which is right here, this chain one space, you're going to put that same corner in. You're going to put 2 herringbones, chain one, and 2 herringbones in that same chain one. And then you're going to go, I think I forgot to tell you that. And then you're going to go around with the herringbone, but in the corners. Make sure you're putting your corner in that chain one space. And that's what it should look like right there. Okay. All right. So I need to put in this round and 2 more rounds, and then I will be back to show you what we're going to do next. All right. So I have 4 rows of the herringbone stitch. We're going to chain one, and we're going to put a half double crochet. We're just going to put a half double crochet in each stitch. So we get over to the corner, and we're still going to do the same thing. We're going to put 2 half double crochet, chain one, and 2 half double crochet to do the corners. So we're just doing plain half double crochets now. And then when you get to the corner, we need 2 half double crochets, chain one, and 2 half double crochets. Put that stitch marker in that chain one. And then make sure that you pull this over here, because this stitch right here will get lost in that. So pull that to get that first stitch out of there. And we'll just go all the way around like that. All right, and we'll be back after this round. All right, so we're going to chain one. We've got all of our half double crochets in, and now we've got first loop, second loop, and on the back is the third loop. So what we're going to do is we're just going to single crochet in the third loop. So we're just going to put a single crochet in the third loop, which pulls this down to make a design. So we'll have a little design in between the, we're going to do another stitch right after this. So this is just doing these singles to make a base before we start our other stitch. Okay, and then when you get to the chain one space, we're just going to put 3 single crochets in there. And then, of course, the middle one, we'll put the stitch marker in, just like we did at the beginning. So we're just going to put the 3 single crochets in there, and then continue on the third loop down the side. So find your next third loop, which is right there. And just go all the way around, making sure we put 3 single crochets in those corners. Okay, and then I will see you at the end of this round. Alright, so this is what we have so far. I've been slip stitching. I forgot to tell you guys I've been slip stitching to the first stitch. And then we're going to chain one. Alright, we are going to be doing a half double crochet front and back loop. Alright, so we're going to, in this very first one here, I'm going to start in the front loop. Go front, next one is back. Do front and back. And front and back. Front. And the next stitch is back. And I'm doing half double crochets in these front and back loops. Alright, and then when we get to the stitch marker, we're just going to go into both loops, and we're just going to put 2 half double crochets, chain one, and 2 half double crochets in that stitch. So we're back to our normal corners. Only we're doing chain one corners. Alright, so now we're started out with the front loop and then go back. So always start the side with the front and then go back. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Alright, so I'm going to finish up this round, and I will be back to tell you what to do in the next round. Alright, so now we're going to chain one, and for row 2 of this section, we're going to start in the back loop this time, and then you're going to do half double crochet back, front, back, front. And the corners are the same. It's 2 half double crochet, chain 2 or chain 1, and 2 half double crochet in those chain 1 spaces on the corners. And then you're going to repeat rows 1 and 2 of this one more time. So we'll have a total of 4 rows of this, and then we will be back to show you what to do at the end of that 4th row. Alright, so we've got 4 rows of that done. That's so pretty. That's so neat. Alright, so we're going to chain 1, and we are just going to put a half double crochet in both loops, and so we're just doing a normal half double crochet in both loops. And then when we get to the corners, we're still doing the 2 half double crochet, chain 1, and 2 half double crochet in the corners. Alright, so we're going to go all the way around it, just regular half double crochets, just like that, and I will be back for the next row. Okay, so the next row here, we're going to chain 1, and again we're going to do those single crochets in that 3rd loop in the back. So we're just going to do those singles, and then when you get to the corner, you're going to put 3 single crochets in the corner. Okay, so we'll go all the way around it, and then when we come back, I'll show you what we're going to do next. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. Alright, so we're going to start, we're chaining 1, and we're going to start the herringbone half double crochet again. But we're going to do something different than what we did last time. So, so we'll start in this first stitch, and remember you're going through, it's like doing a slip stitch and then doing a single crochet on top of it. So we go down, go do a slip and then a single. I mean, it's fun to think of it that way. It's like a slip stitch and a single crochet right on top, and they slant this way. So what I was thinking about doing is, since they slant this way, when we do row 2, we'll turn the whole thing, and then they'll slant the other way, and you'll see the slants, and I think that'll be like really neat looking. So we're going to try it and see what we think. It's nice to experiment with new stitches as you learn them. We're almost to the stitch marker, which is our corner. So we're going to take that out, and we're going to put our corner in. So we're going to put 2 herringbone half double crochets in. And then we're going to chain 1 and do the same thing. Put 2 more herringbone half double crochets in that same stitch. And then we'll make sure that we put this stitch marker where the chain 1 is, because that is our corner, and it's so much easier to have those in there to mark them. So you're going to do that all the way around. Do your herringbone half double crochets and then just do your corners that way, all your corners the same way as we just did this one. So I will see you at the end of this round, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so this is what I mean. We've done the herringbone one way in this row. We're going to chain 1. We're going to turn our work and go the opposite way. So we're going to start the herringbone going this way. So we'll see that pattern, like they slant this way, and then now they're going to slant this way. And then, so yeah, 2 different slant. Yeah, that's really neat. Okay, so we're just going to do that all the way around, and then you're going to do 2 more rows, and then you're going to do this section where we do the half double crochet and single crochet, and then the same way with this front loop, back loop. When you do the first, you'll do the first row, and then the second row you'll turn it. So every row you're going to turn front, back, you'll turn it, and that way you don't have to worry about doing, um, it'll look pretty cool. So you do that until this gets long enough. So you just keep going with all these 4 different these sections, doing these sections until this is long enough. Isn't that pretty? That is just beautiful, and I love the way the stitches are coming out. All right, so we just keep going like that, and then we will be back next week, and I will show you how to do the face. We're going to make the face of the ghost and put it on here. So You've got all week to finish this up. It won't take long because these are going quick. It's really going quick. So I will see you then. I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and bye bye now.